Hi guys, and welcome back to Movies That Matter with the Viking. Today I'm going to talk about why Ryan Reynolds, yes, Ryan Reynolds should come back to DC. Now, Ryan Reynolds portrayed Green Lantern Hal Jordan in the 2011 Green Lantern solo film. Now, if you've seen that film, it's not the best film. It really isn't. And there was some behind the scenes shit going on. Jeff Johns, of course, was a part of that production as well. And seemingly they were writing scripts or writing scenes on the day that they were shooting and things like that. So I did watch Green Lantern recently again. And look, it's not a great film. The special effects, the CGI and all that stuff isn't the best. But there's some good elements to be had in that film. And I think Ryan Reynolds should come back to the DC universe. I think he should be Green Lantern in the DCU moving forward in Zack Snyder's vision. Now, if you follow Ryan Reynolds, you know he has made a few jokes about hashtag release the Snyder Cut. He has kind of entertained people by this concept and stuff like that. He said it at Comic Cons. You know, he's tweeted it on Twitter. You know, he's had some fun with it. And he's a funny guy. He's a likable guy. He's a great comedic element to him. If you've seen any of his films, you'll know that. Now, you might be saying, but he's Deadpool. Yeah, he did 2 Deadpool films with Fox. Now, of course, Fox has been purchased by Disney, which I, for one, was pretty sad over because I was a big fan of the Fox X-Men films, and about each film could be different from the last and tell a story. Even though it wasn't a continuity like the MCU, I still liked it. You get R-rated films, you can get cool X-Men team-up films, you know. I liked it, I really did, and I was disappointed that Disney purchased them. But if you follow Rob Liefeld on Twitter, he is the co-creator of Deadpool, he said that the MCU have no plans whatsoever for Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. They don't, at least for not the next 4 or 5 years. And if you look at the MCU slate, they don't. They haven't announced any Deadpool film. And I've said this since day one, ever since Fox was purchased by Disney. You can forget about an R-rated Deadpool film. Absolutely. I do not think it's going to happen. I hope I'm wrong. I'm a big fan of Ryan Reynolds. I'm a big fan of Deadpool. Absolutely loved the first one, and I thought number 2 was actually one of the best comic book movies ever made. I really did. I can watch it on a loop, and it's pretty great. You know, you have Josh Brolin there as Cable. Pretty cool. But why do I want Ryan Reynolds back in the DC universe? Grace Randolph said that there is talks of a cameo happening in Zack Snyder's Justice League from someone who was not in his original plan, but it's somebody who has tweeted hashtag release the Snyder Cut in the past. Now, a few people who aren't with the production, with the film, have tweeted that Dave Bautista has done it, and a few others. So I'm not saying for guarantee that Ryan Reynolds is in Zack Snyder's Justice League, but I think it's a possibility. Now, if you watch my 10 predictions for the DCEU moving forward for the future, one of my predictions was Ryan Reynolds coming back as Hal Jordan. Now, a lot of people have said that Sam Benjamin is Hal Jordan. I can tell you that I've heard that he isn't Green Lantern. But I've also heard other people say that he is. Now, I've interacted with Sam Benjamin myself on Twitter. I've sent him gifts of Green Lantern and he has liked them. But I think he's only having a little bit of fun. But who's to know? We might be wrong. I have said, though, that I think Sam Benjamin will be Green Lantern, but he won't be Hal Jordan. He won't be Green Lantern in Zack Snyder's Justice League. I'm talking about in further films. The Ring might choose him and he will become Green Lantern in some capacity. But Ryan Reynolds, for me, in the Green Lantern 2011 film, was a perfect Hal Jordan. Absolutely brilliant. He is the best part about that film. Him and Mark Strong as Sinestro. Now, Mark Strong could also come back too. Now, look, you're saying continuity and it's not a part of the DC universe and it was made before Man of Steel. All I say to that is you take the good elements from the 2011 Green Lantern film. And what was that? The score was pretty cool. Ryan Reynolds was pretty cool. And Mark Strong was pretty cool. You take those 3 things, you can bring them forward into future DCU movies. You can, absolutely. We know there's a Green Lantern Corps series happening on HBO Max that Jeff Johns is a part of, but we know that won't be around Hal Jordan, won't be around Jon Stewart. It will be around Unknown Lanterns, but they were saying that it might integrate and be linked to the on-screen movie. Now, Ryan Reynolds is a huge star. He was even in a cameo of Hobbs and Shaw, which did it make $1 billion? Made close to it, made a lot of money. He is going to be in future films of that. Like, everyone loves Ryan Reynolds. He's a great actor. But if Deadpool is not going to be used, if the MCU, if Disney have Kevin Feige, as Rob Liefeld has said, they have no plans for, if they're not going to use them, then why can't DC take back Ryan Reynolds? Now, just forget about the whole continuity thing right now. It really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We're getting these on-screen live-action trilogies of Aquaman, of Wonder Woman, you know? We're getting those films. We have the Suicide Squad coming with James Gunn. It's not even a direct sequel to the Suicide Squad 2016. You've got the Batman Robin Pattinson, and that's its own thing. Probably going to be a trilogy with Matt Reeves. You've got the Joker, the R-rated film that's on his own thing as well. And they're not linked to the DCEU films of Wonder Woman, of Shazam, of Aquaman. I've said this, you can have the Snyderverse on the small screen on HBO Max, Justice League 1, Justice League 2, Justice League 3, if they want to go that route. Have some Ben Affleck things if he wants to do it on that platform, and you can have the live action big screen things as well. It doesn't have to interconnect. It doesn't have to stick to a formula of this is the end goal and everything is linked together like the MCU does. That routine for the MCU is really running out for me. It really is. And even this next phase that they're going to, I'm not too excited for. But the DC has so much diversity in their films, not just in cast, but in stories. They can make R-rated films. They can make PG-13 films. They can do what they absolutely want. So there's no point, or there's no reason why he can't come back to the DCU. He can. And if Grace Randolph is right saying there's going to be a surprise cameo, then it would be pretty cool to have Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern, be part of the Green Lantern Corps, or even another Green Lantern character. It doesn't necessarily have to be Hal Jordan, but it would be really cool. And you know what? You'll say that Ryan Reynolds, he wasn't in a great movie, and so what? Do you not think if he was in a Zack Snyder's Justice League film, or he was betrayed in the essence of the way Zack Snyder wanted, he wouldn't be a better character, a better important part of the Justice League? I absolutely think so. I'd love to see Ryan Reynolds back. If Disney aren't going to use him, then why can't DC use him? Absolutely huge stars, build up a huge credibility, especially from the Deadpool series. And you can say that the shit that he's the same character in every movie. Lately, you could probably say that. Yeah, he's been the kind of Deadpool type in all of his films and kind of jokey, but he's been like that nearly his whole career. But he does have some very interesting dramatic moments too. He can do both. It's just he's very good at the comedy sides. That's why he gets those kind of scripts more often and things like that. But there's a deepness to be had with that character, and you've seen elements of it in the Green Lantern film, especially the stuff with his father, and then his relationship with Blake Lively's character, who is now his wife. And so there is so much redeeming qualities and elements that you could have from Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern, Hal Jordan. Mark Strong was a great part of that film as well, and you could say that he was in the Shazam film as a villain as well. But so what? In the Green Lantern film, he was full of CGI and CGI suit and everything. You wouldn't even, average audience probably wouldn't even notice. You know what I mean? So you could have him back. And the score I thought was pretty cool. The theme song for Green Lantern in that film was pretty cool. You know, so I want Ryan Reynolds to come back as Green Lantern. There's no downfall if this was to happen. It wouldn't confuse anyone whatsoever. It really wouldn't. You know, not everything has to connect so tightly like the MCU does. It doesn't. You've got the HBO Max there now. You've got the big screen films. It'd be cool. You know, you could have a cop buddy film on this live action with Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. How cool would that be? You got like Ryan Reynolds or I don't know, someone else who would be great in that role of Jon Stewart, and the two of them kind of in a action kind of space comedy. Now that would be pretty cool. So don't tell me that Ryan Reynolds coming back as Green Lantern would be bad. Absolutely would not be bad. It would not be bad. It would just elevate the DCU even more. The Rock is Black Adam. You got Ben Affleck, he's Batman, Robin Pattinson. You got all these big stars, movie stars, are playing these iconic characters. And if there's going to be two Batmans in 2021, then why can't Ryan Reynolds come back? You know, why can't he? There's nothing wrong. You see the actor that plays Constantine, Matt Ryan, is it? He was Constantine in his own series. He was Constantine in the animated films. He's Constantine in the CW. Who's to say he won't be Constantine in J.J. Abrams' Justice League Dark series is going to come to HBO Max? You know, he is just so good in the role that they use him in everything. And there's nothing wrong with that. Ryan Reynolds, watch the film in 2011. You'll get through it somehow. There's some bad subplots. There's some bad things. The story is poor. There's no kind of end. It feels like it's set up through the whole film. But he is perfect as Hal Jordan. And there's so much. With a better script, he could be a great casting of Hal Jordan. He absolutely could. He is the best part about that film. And if you were to bring him in as a surprise cameo in Zack Snyder's Justice League, like Grace Randolph is hinting, then that would be amazing. It would be so exciting to see Ryan Reynolds. This is not to be long. You just have him in there for a few seconds. Now, it could be Jared Leto, it could be Dave Bautista, I don't know. But to me, Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern would make a lot of sense. You know, you got, like, DC has this kind of element of Flashpoint. It has this element of kind of multiverse and things like that. So why can't you see in The Flash, Ezra Miller show up in the Flash TV show with, getting his name now, going blank. But who's to say that can't happen on the big screen then? Why can't the Barry Allen from the TV show show up in the Flash film? Make it work that way. It work perfectly for the TV show. Why can't Green Lantern appear with Ryan Reynolds and just forget about that film and take the elements that worked, him and the score, and change his suit up and give him a more practical suit? It could work. It really would. Let me know what you think. Do you want Ryan Reynolds to come back as Green Lantern? I think it would be absolutely brilliant for DC. I think it would elevate their status in the movies that they're trying to do going forward. You doesn't necessarily have to do the Green Lantern's Corps show that's coming on HBO Max either. You keep him for the movies, or for Zack Snyder's Justice League Snyderverse that he wants to do. Keep it that way. Pretty cool. You could have multiverse going on. You could have two Flashes. Who knows what Zack Snyder is going to do with this story going forward, since they're pumping so much money into it. I have a theory that they're not finishing or touching up the film that he was going to release in 2017. I think he's being given so much more money to turn it into an episodic feature, a series of 6 to 7, maybe 8, maybe 10 episodes, and really bring more eyes to HBO Max. And what more ways do you do that than huge cliffhangers, huge set piece, high budget episodes with Batman, with Superman, with Wonder Woman? And who's to say a cliffhanger with Green Lantern, Ryan Reynolds? What could that do for the buzz around the internet? Just think about it. It's all about creating buzz for HBO Max. It's all about creating buzz for the Snyderverse that's happening on HBO Max. And with Ryan Reynolds coming back as Deadpool, I'd love to come back as Deadpool. I really would. But if Disney aren't going to use him, DC, take advantage of this and bring him into the DCU. Even if it's just a small 5-10 minute scene and he's passing on the ring to someone else. So what? It creates hype, and it would be really cool. Come on, DC. Come on, Warner Bros. Think outside the box. Do something different. Be a fan-driven studio again, with director visions coming out there and letting them do their thing. That will definitely set you apart from the MCU. You could see even in the MCU, J.K. Simmons came back as Jonas James. Going blank now again. But he came back and he's playing that character again, kind of. You know, so who's to say? Who is to say Ryan Reynolds can't come back as Green Lantern? I have a strong feeling that it's going to happen. I really do. I have a strong feeling that's going to happen. I just have a feeling that he's going to come back and be in green again. And not the only one who's reporting. There's other people who are in the business who are reporting these kind of stuff as well. I don't have any sources. I don't have any links or anything like that got to do with the movie world. I'm just a fan who likes predicting things, who has like feelings like this, and this is another feeling. That's why I have another feeling that Jared Leto's Joker will appear in Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I believe he will come back as the Joker in future films. I think the Air Coat will be released. I've got so much theories and so much feelings that Green Lantern, Ryan Reynolds, will come back 2021, and you'll come back to this video and you'll thank me. Maybe not. Nobody knows who I am. But anyways, until next time, guys, let me know what you think. Subscribe, comment, all that crack. Yes, I'm Irish. I say crack. Movie Buff 100 on Twitter. Movies That Matter with the Viking on Instagram. At Zack Snyder's Justice League on Facebook. Until next time, guys. Ryan Reynolds will be Deadpool. Stay positive.